December 30, 2025. Tomorrow is it New Year Eve, and I have got food home to eat on New Year Eve, and but I wanted to talk about the last time I recording one episode, and you heard that I go angry at a spirit that come through and touch me and wanted to talk, and it is that the spirit should not be over us. They must wait for their time to talk. And last time it was not for them to talk, because it was important for me to tell you about AI information it gives about me. And some of it was a little wrong. So it's not very nice to get AI telling who you are, because it go wrong very much. Like that I was Christian, that I was in religion, and I am not in a religion. So it's had wrong. And then it was about the LDS church, that the bishop was saying to me that I was criminal, and that's why I didn't come back to the church, because I am not a criminal. I was telling you about what happened, and my whole life is about that God is coming first, not a bishop in the church, not any religions is coming before God. And God is I read just about Adonai, is it that about God, and some religions believe that Jesus was God, and that is so very wrong. And it is this that I feel guilty, but I should not be guilty, because they need to know when they can come and talk. And last episode was not. So I told this spirit that come through that I could rebuke him or her if he or she was talking and like touching me like it did to me, and I was not in that mood to listen at the spirit. If it had been God that have coming and touched me, then I should have listened and tell you what he was saying. But that is a different touching. This was a touching on my body, and when God is coming, he always touch me up in the top of the head, the acra. I think it's called that. I'm not good in this, what people call things too, but it's this top of the head, and then he go down in my spine. But this was someone touching me on my right arm and neck, and not more. So I knew it was not God. And those other spirits that is under God, they are under me also. So that's what I tell you about, because it can be a little confusing that I told this spirit to go away. And now I have a touch here. And because I have talking to this spirit that he or she did understand that that episode was episode that I wanted to talk only, and I did. And then I have said that if the spirit from last time want to come again and talk, I'm okay to listen at you. And he touched me very much now. And but I tell you also what happened in the night at about, I don't know when I start to wake up, but when I look at the clock, was it 5 o'clock? And that is, no one is coming, that is from the service, health service in this house. They start to come at between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning, but this was before 5 o'clock. And it was like she was standing in my door, and that my door to the outside, it have no hole. And I have a mailbox on the wall outside, so it was no one that could open like a mail box opening and say this to me. But it was a woman, and it's very hard to know the age of that woman, because she was cheerful, and she say, "Hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo, it's me, hoo-hoo, it's me." And it could be from 25 years old until very old. So that when they say like that, "Woohoo, it's me." And I heard it, and then I fall to sleep again. And then after a while, it was something was cast down on the floor in my bedroom. And now when it's have been light, it's daytime, it's soon going down to darkness again, because it is 3 o'clock. And I was up and checked around on the floor if it was something that had fallen down on the floor, but I have not seen it yet. But I have my eyes open for it if I see something that is not should not be in that place. But it was on the floor, it's fall. But it can rolling down under my bed or like that. I will see if I find it and what it is. I'm curious, so of course I look for it. And So someone was it here. And that is rare, that they are coming like physical way, in that way that she called me, not talking in telepathy. She have really coming through. But I am going to look it up, wait for it to come through. But I got the email today that one woman from the church, LDS church, she had passed away just now, and they are going to have a funeral for her in January. I am not sure if maybe it was she that passed by, but I don't know the name of her. I am very bad in to know how they look like, but I think it can be the wife of this man that told me to join the church because I could research my DNA for free if I was a member of the church. So she was 85 years old, and it could be her, because that couple was old, but I didn't know how old they were. So maybe, because she was always checking up on me. She wanted to talk to me all the time. She was the only woman that talked to me in the church. So maybe she come through. But I fall back to sleep, and of course I couldn't open the door because there was no one there, physical. But she was passed by, maybe. And then I read in the email that one of these apostles for the church have passed away, Holland, and he is related to me like all of those apostles that is from United States and Europe. They are related to me, and he was and is related to me, but far away. And so this is tomorrow. Is it New Year Eve? And I have got, there come a young man with many grocery things for me to make until tomorrow. But my stove was error in it, and it come a man today and check out my stove, and he say that it is an old stove. So I'm going to call the producer of those stoves, he say, and it is a Bosch stove, and I have checked for like see how old it was, and I couldn't find it because it was so very old. And I know that this my refrigerator and freeze, it is moving. It's make very much sounds, and I remember that what I had in the 80s. I had this kind of refrigerator and freeze, and I maybe later on will talk about it, but I remember I talk about it in the 80s, and they ignore it, and they say, oh, that's how these products are, they say. So I had to have these sounds on, and it's okay for me, because all the sounds that coming, it is, I'm not scared about it anymore. It's the spirit that make me coughing now. He's waiting for talk, and now the spirit have taken over, and I don't remember what I should talk about anymore, because now it's so much with the spirit to do, and it's in both arms. It's most of the body is here, so this spirit is inside me now, and then I may be talking about something I don't know, and I maybe not remember after this recording, so I maybe have to listen at it, what the spirit are telling me now. Oh, he was saying that he was here. He was here in the past episode, that I told him to not talk, to go away, and he did. And it's it is he's showing me a landscape, and it's snow landscape, and it is the sun is on its way down, so it's only the sun is in the horizon. That's what he's showing me. It's winter, and I have talking about the winter before in another episode, what winter means in the Bible. It means when the nature standing still. It's not in our part where we have very cold winter and snow. In our winter there it is nothing growing out in the nature. Everything is standing still and waiting for the spring to come and the sun to come back and give us more warm weather so it can grow. So this is winter, and that doesn't means the season of the winter in nature way. It is about that just now it's standing still in the spirit, in those that had the season before. And the churches have no no longer winter. No, they have no longer growing. That's what he want to tell me, and it's winter for the church. He's saying, and he's talking to you. He's not talking to me, but I tell you what he's saying, because he's talking to you. That you need to understand that it's a winter in your church. You don't get anything of that church anymore, because nothing is growing there. He's saying that to you. It's nothing growing. And the only source you have now to let the spring coming back and the warm coming back and everything growing is to listen at this podcast, he's saying, because this is our podcast. It's not a human podcast, it's a spirit podcast. You need to understand this about we are spirits of many races. Some is very far before earthly time. We are so very far from where you are today. And some is almost like you. And then is planets, of course, that have not come so far as the Earth. It's many kind of planets and races out in the universe. But what we told from the beginning was this should be a gathering place. You maybe have forgotten it, that we say that to you, that this place should be a gathering place. And outside was it Jesus' garden. And now when we told Anna to move, because it's going to be like a war where she lived, and she needed to obey what we told her to move, because it was not secure for her, and she did it without having any money. And we feel very sorry for her that she don't have the money to pay her bills, and everything it's like winter for her, because it's no one is coming to help her to pay the bills, and no one is coming to help her to move into the apartment. You have seen the picture of her apartment. She is okay with it because she has been homeless and been in this bad environment before. So it's not so very disturbing on her like it should have been for another person. But she is disturbed anyway, because she wants to have a normal home. And no one is coming and helping her. No one is coming to pay those big bills she is going to have, because she only moved without have any money for it. And she have many enemies now because of the moving. And she need the help. But she now she's more secure. But the outside is not good for her. And she feel like she don't want to go out anymore, not meet people anymore. Nothing, because they don't understand her. Because she is not born into this world. She is not born into the earth. She come down to earth because she should help you and help this planet. She was here to heal the world. She come here to heal you. She come here to heal the world, but you didn't do it. And it's soon time for us to take her, to make her come back to where she was, with God. The spirit is drying out. Drying out my mouth. And he's saying this to me and to you, that once again he search for you that have ears to hear with. And when you get the ears to hear with, you also get the eyes to see with. And then the eyes to see with, you have to understand this, that you not only can see the spirit that coming and talking to you, but also that your loved ones, that you are crying for them, and you can't wait to come to heaven and meet them again, and that you ask, it's many that have asked me why they have not coming through and talk to them. And this is because you need first to have the ears to hear with, and then it will come the eyes to see with, and then you can meet your loved ones in that way, that you have the eyes for the spirit world. When I sit and talking to you, I have my eyes closed because I can't see with my worldly eyes when the spirit is coming. They close my eyes so I can see picture inside my head, what they're talking about, what they give me in telepathy. And the telepathy can't be from the outside. The telepathy communication is from the inside of you. So you need to get the eyes to hear with, so they can enter into your head, and you give the eyes to see with, the real eyes to see. You will see the truth in your spirit eyes, not in the worldly eyes, you can't see the truth there. The truth is coming with the Spirit. The truth is coming with the Spirit and the eyes to see with. That's not me saying, it's what the Spirit is telling you. He's talking to you. You think that it's me that talking, but I only tell you what they are telling me. And I am only a messenger here on earth. I am not kind of special here on earth. It's I have said that about angels and like that. They can be killed because they're going weak when they're coming close to earth. And it's the same with me, that in heaven, in God's throne room, there am I, his daughter. But not here on earth. I only hear from God and from afterlife. But I can't do anything on my own if not afterlife is with me. That's why it have been so very hard for me. It is very much suffering in my life. And from the start, it was before I was born, suffering, and my whole life. And I have told you that God was telling me one time when I was thinking, I can't stand this pain I have in my whole body. I can't. And I was laying in the bed. I was working for those Muslims in the United States, and I didn't know God so much. And I had to work so hard for the Muslims, and I couldn't eat. I was so tired, so I couldn't take off my clothes. I couldn't take off my clothes because I was full of pain and tired. So I was laying down in the bed and was laying like Jesus on the cross. I had my arms out, and then I say to God that I can't make it anymore. You need to heal me, I say to God. And then suddenly everything of the pain went out from me. And I was laying there, and I have never felt such peace in my whole body. And then I heard God talking to me, and God was saying this to me, that I have pondering it many years, because I didn't know what it was meant, what God was saying to me. But God was saying this to me: out of suffering comes healing. And then I say, I was a healer in that time. So I say to God, no, I want to heal people. I come down here on earth only to help people, to heal people. So give me all the pain back, and more pain if you want to do that, I say to God. It's what I am here for, to heal people. I knew that in the start, in 2001, 2 maybe it was, 2002 was it. And then suddenly I was lifted up in the air, and I had so extremely pain. Every pain come back to my body, and more than what I had before. So God really gave me all the pain He could give me. And my body was like a bow up in the air laying. And then I come back to the bed, and then I fall to sleep. And so in that moment, I could choose to be free from the burden of suffering. But I think I could never do it, because then why should I be here on earth if I wanted to come back as soon as I got suffering? Why? So I'm so happy that I were not thinking to ask God to healing me. So that's what it has been in my whole life. And that's why you may be thinking, why have she suffering so much in her life? But it was because it was agreement for a long time ago, because I know I was in God's throne room, and I asked God, I want to come down to earth one more time. I say to God, I beg God to come down. And God knew this, that the earth, our planet, is a suffering place. It is what people say a hell, and it's true. For those that God want you to do something, and you do things for God because you obey God, not Jesus, obey God, the Father, and you're suffering because you do that. And I know many people in the church, they playing, they're acting like they are very happy and have all the money in the world and everything is okay. But when they are by themselves, they are crying, they are frightened, and they are suffering, and these things. It's only that those leaders in the church have told them that people should never see you crying or be hurt. You should always be positive, positive, positive. That's what the church tell them, and never, ever showing any weakness. And that is total wrong. And that's why the church is in winter time. It's dead. It doesn't move forward. It stops where Jesus is, in the gate to come into God's real throne room. He's standing there and stop you. But Jesus can't stop you if you want to know more. And that's why you have this podcast, to understand it. And now the Spirit is telling me that it starts to be tired to be here. As I say to you, weaker and weaker, and he need to go home now. He can't stay so close to the earth because the weakness is placed on him now, and he waving now that he going to leave. So now you have got your time, your spirit that you didn't got last time you were here. And thank you for telling us that was a very important message from you. But it's okay that you have to wait, because you got a long time here to give us your message. Thank you very much for giving us the message. I love you all in afterlife. That is in, I say good afterlife, because I don't love them so much in the bad afterlife, but there is very few there. Most people are in heaven, and there is few of them in heaven that work on earth and help us. So I thank them. I thank those that working with us in our planet and work to protect us from the enemies out in the space. So thank you, and thank you for listen to this podcast. It is not my podcast, it's the Spirit's podcast.